In the heart of a bustling city, where skyscrapers reached for the heavens and the streets thrummed with the constant motion of life, Michael lived his dream, or so he thought. His life was a testament to his relentless pursuit of success, defined in the only terms he believed mattered: wealth. Dressed invariably in sharp suits that cut an imposing figure against the city's sprawling backdrop, Michael's face was a mask of seriousness, his eyes rarely betraying any emotion other than determination. Sarah, his wife, was the antithesis of Michael's ambition. Petite, with eyes that seemed to radiate kindness, she moved through the world with a grace that belied her strength. As a nurse, her days were spent in the service of others, her hands as adept at soothing furrowed brows as her smile was at lighting up the gloomy halls of the hospital. Though her heart ached at the sight of her husband's growing obsession with wealth, she remained a pillar of support, her love unwavering even as the gulf between them widened. Into Michael's life walked Mr. Thompson, a figure who seemed to embody the very pinnacle of success Michael so desperately sought. Distinguished with an air of authority that commanded attention, Mr. Thompson was a businessman whose wealth was as much a part of him as his tailored suits and the ever-present briefcase he carried. Charismatic, he took an interest in Michael, seeing in him a younger version of himself, eager and hungry for the trappings of success. Under Mr. Thompson's mentorship, Michael found his ambitions stoked to new heights. The late nights and early mornings blurred into a relentless pursuit of wealth, his every waking moment consumed by the desire to achieve more, to be more. The price, however, was steep. His health suffered, his relationships frayed at the edges, and the joy that once lit up his life flickered and dimmed. Sarah watched helplessly as the man she loved became a stranger to her, his soul seemingly sold to the highest bidder. The turning point came when Mr. Thompson presented Michael with an opportunity that promised to eclipse all his past achievements. A shady business deal, it carried the allure of unimaginable wealth, a siren call Michael found impossible to resist despite Sarah's pleas. Ignoring the warning signs and the disquiet in his heart, Michael plunged headlong into the murky waters of greed and corruption. As he delved deeper into the deal, Michael's eyes were slowly opened to the reality of his choices. The glittering facade of wealth and success began to crack, revealing the hollowness beneath. He saw, perhaps for the first time, the true cost of his ambition, the loss of his integrity, the alienation from those he loved, and the emptiness that no amount of money could fill. In a moment of clarity, Michael stood at the crossroads of his life, the city's frenetic energy swirling around him like a tempest. The realization that money could not buy true happiness was a bitter pill to swallow, forcing him to confront the man he had become. The path to redemption was unclear, fraught with the uncertainty of a future where wealth no longer defined him. With a heavy heart, Michael made the choice to step away from the deal, to turn his back on the world Mr. Thompson represented. It was a decision that came at a great cost, his professional reputation in tatters and his financial security uncertain. Yet as he faced the consequences of his actions, there was a lightness to his step that had been absent for too long. Rebuilding his life, and more importantly his relationships, was no easy task. Sarah, ever the beacon of hope in his life, stood by him, her love a testament to the belief that people could change, that redemption was possible. Together, they navigated the turbulent waters of Michael's transformation, finding solace in the simple joys that money could never afford. In the end, Michael learned that success was not a measure of one's wealth, but of the richness of one's life. The skyscrapers and bustling streets of the city, once symbols of his ambition, now stood as reminders of the price of success and the value of the things that truly mattered.